biggest concern.
Airsoft. It's not coming up yet that we're live.
Should.
Videos.
Doodly doo doo.
Okay. And we're live.
Doodly doo doo.
Okay. And we're live. No, that's not bad.
Okay.
Just gonna turn that down so we're not
Is it
echoing.
just looping?
No. It was doing that because the audio of the phone hit the mic.
Oh.
It was like echoing basically.
Is mine coming through? Wrong button. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Hey, we have audio.
There we go.
Okay, so let's fire up the Instagram, and then we'll be good to go. You are now live.
Okay, so
We are live on everything.
we're live on everything.
We are. Okay, so that's good. Let me get Instagram up, and then we will be good.
So good.
What is it?
It's a macchiato.
We are live on everything. A macchiato?
Well, I had to take her home after the doctor's appointment.
Oh.
So then there's a local coffee shop, and I was like, screw it, I'm grabbing coffee on my way.
Local coffee shop.
I go to locally established coffee.
I am just so ready for local coffee. Oh my God. Can't wait to come back. We can't wait to have you back. I don't know where.
Where are we going?
I assume
Where do we
here,
go?
But we can't wait to have you wherever you are. That is the biggest thing. What the biggest thing is, this is pretty good.
Let me try.
Go ahead. Give it the old sip test. It's quite delicious. It's the pink lemonade ghost. Our 7-Eleven finally got them after.
It's a little syrupy.
Syrupy?
It's a little syrupy.
There's not even syrup in it.
I know. That's why it's weird. It's a little syrupy.
In your little...
Hey, my macchiato is good. It's good.
Macchiato. Oh my God. This bougie bitch. Why is my table so wiggity whack?
Wiggity whack, wiggity whack.
That's frustrating. But that's okay.
Guys, what do you want to talk about today? Let's get into it.
If you're new here, this is the Amped Airsoft Lunchtime Live. We are streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook.
I think. No, Facebook immediately flagged us just for having guns in the background.
And Instagram. So this is a place for you guys to ask us all of your questions. Can be airsoft related, can be non-airsoft related. And we're here to answer them and just have a good place for you guys to hang out.
Yep.
And we answer everything. So is that a come and go hat? Yeah.
Yes.
It's from Colorado. It's from when I went. It is my favorite hat. Ghost is the best. Yes, I very much enjoy the Ghost, and I'm also a big Red Bull person. So both of those are very good.
Rain's better.
Arguably not.
Rain's better.
She amping on my airsoft until my bolt bashes. Thank you, Eric. I'm calling you out for that one. I heard you scream laughing in the other room, so I knew you sent something funny in the chat. And it is quite hilarious. So, it's a good one. Speaking of which, come to the Bolt Bash. Dude, the Bolt Bash happens. Oh, you know what? I'm tweaking out. There's no music. I
was going to say, something is missing.
Why does it feel weird in here?
Just...
There you go. Make sure, don't let me forget anything.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna leave Instagram so we don't see any of your comments now.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
A smash and dash hat, a skeet and delete cap. No, it's a come and go.
What's the other one? There's another one. It's
I dig it. I like to come and go. LOJK.
I mean, yeah.
Any idea on N7 Milsim restock? Definitely, there is an order out with Redline right now, so probably within, I would say 2 to 4 weeks is generally when we get orders from them, or when the orders come in after we place them. There's the sexy lads. Thank you, sir. The pump and dump. Yes.
Oh, that's another one. I'm trying to think of some other ones.
How's it going, boys? Pretty good. How about yourself?
I've seen that meme where there's just a million different variations.
Oh yeah.
The official Come and Go Instagram page is quite hilarious. They made a Instagram reel the one time that was like some guy in the 1960s deciding to name a gas station Come and Go, and then it was like everyone else in the world like, and so like I'm glad they're comical about their
Oh,
brand.
they have to be self-aware.
Yeah,
they have to be.
Their merch is hard though. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, but
is it a gas station or is it a branding?
It's more of a. I think they're more of a gas station. 7-Eleven is turning into more of a brand. I mean, they literally have an entire website, and their stuff's pretty cool. I mean, they have 7-Eleven flip flops, bro. Like,
where did you get the fish flops from?
I didn't get fish flops.
Yeah, but where did he get the fish flops?
Some huge trucker gas station.
Okay. I was gonna say whoever has that wins.
I don't know who that is. My favorite is Fire and Forget. That is a good one. You'll be at Irene, correct?
Yes, I will actually be at Irene with a few other guys.
Come meet Amp Tom.
Yes.
Come meet Amp Tom in person.
And Larry might be there as well.
He's a lot taller in person.
No, I'm not. No, I am not. I will wear extra high boots just so I'm a lot taller in person.
High heels. When is Solomon going to come out with
we need stiletto Solomons.
I agree. They're
just treaded on the one piece of it.
Yeah, it's like
it's one piece of tread.
This much around. That's all you get. Yeah, we'll be at Irene.
Yeah, we'll be at Irene. We're also going to be at Northern Front that weekend as well. There's a lot happening this weekend.
We can meet Amped Eric.
We meet Amped Eric at Northern Front. Bring him cheese. He wants cheese.
Does he actually want cheese?
No.
No, he wants beer.
Yeah, he wants beer. Bring him cheese.
Cheese beer. What are those trays? What are those like fancy
charcuterie board?
Charcuterie board.
Would you like a
charcuterie board? That is a you thing. You would be that guy that was like, crap, man, I gotta eat like a granola bar, and you would just like bust out a charcuterie board.
Would you like some Manchego?
You would. Is Isaac going to
Northern Front? No. Yes? Hang on. No, he's not. He's not going to Northern Front. He's going to Northern Front, actually. Yes, he's going to Northern Front.
Okay, he's going to Northern Front. I'm doing good, my guy. Just kicking it. I'm here for my lunch. Thank you for spending your lunch with us every Wednesday. It means the world. We need like a I've been watching the Lunchtime Live forever or something. Sure.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be patiently watching to buy the domain name of Come and Go. Yeah, I think honestly, a lot of people would probably jump on that.
Yeah,
I would. Unless a dad, he just pulled a dad joke right there. Where did I pull a dad joke?
Yeah, I'm too much of a dad.
You're gonna have to repeat my joke because I don't even remember. I'm sorry.
I literally dad jokes just go over my head at this point. Now, Eric, what was the dad joke? Eric, I know knows what the dad joke was.
I don't know. I grew up on 7-Eleven in Colorado, but now I live in Montana, and there is none up here. 7-Eleven is like our morning ritual.
Yeah,
across the street.
We all migrate. Like we've had 15 people walk over into 7-Eleven at one point.
Dude, honestly, 7-Eleven's mobile checkout is dope. I think it's a great system. Yeah, you don't even have to talk to anyone.
Well, and it's funny because the people who worked there, like the first month, they were like, "You're objectively stealing. I've made eye contact with you. Like, how do you have the cojones to do that?" Like, oh wait, there's a checkout system. I didn't know we installed that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You guys going up to Wildlands?
Wildlands. Yes, that's the KWA event. That is happening this weekend as well. So we have KWA Tactical League event at Zulu 24 Wildlands. You'll be, I think Amp West might be there. I think you can meet Amp West at Wildlands. What? Yeah. And then if you want to meet Amp Terry, you can go to EA Fest.
It's not Amp Terry, bro. He won't own the name.
It's Amp Terry. It's nothing else. He's never had a different Instagram handle ever.
He won't commit. Won't commit.
If you want to see the janitor
Yeah.
up at EA Fest, Terry's going. Tungsten's going, but nobody cares about him.
I like Tungsten.
I like to make fun of him.
Yeah, I do too. I like Tungsten.
And then we also have Yellow Dog this weekend. That's going to be Andrew, Liss, and DQ going to that.
That's local.
That's
all you Pennsylvania boys.
It's an hour away from our shop. I didn't even realize that.
I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, I know.
That place is dope.
Yeah, I know. They're doing more events there. Actually,
they actually.
I think November they're gonna have.
That's cool. That's cool.
So you can go to that one.
I would like to go play in an abandoned town.
Vamp time.
Hey, who knows?
Vamp time.
I ain't gonna say yes or no.
Fun time, vamp time.
I love the vamp.
I like running you with the vamp.
Yeah, because you don't gotta carry the darn
You're
thing.
right.
That thing's heavy, dude. I want to do a video with it. Anyway, lunchtime live frequent flyer. Yes, that's
it.
Great. That is it. Great.
Lunchtime live reward system.
Who's going to be at Irene?
Me, Logan, Moose, and Tony. Right now, that's the crew for right now. Some sponsor players are probably going to be there as well. I think it's like 7 guys are going. Dark Horse is going. But yeah, from the shop, it's going to be us 4. So you guys are going. Get your pre-orders in now because next Wednesday is the last day to do pre-orders. So get your pre-orders in now so we don't sell out of things. And we don't get it when you need it. And then if you have any pre-orders for Yellow Dog or KW Wildlands, get them in today by 3 p.m. So you literally have an hour after live to get them in, please. Like we timed it or something.
Like we have a system in place.
It's like this is your last announcement. Chance the live.
The live is full of fantastic information, and you learn, and there's just a lot of insider info.
Yeah.
I'll bring Thomas Cigar and Bourbon as a closing to our deal. Who's it? Felix.
Dang it! Now I have to agree to it.
Now I have no choice.
Now I'm being bribed to agree to it.
I've been a 511 guy for over a decade, but I just switched over to Solomons, and I love them. I love my Solomons. I've been using them for quite a while. I went from Merrill Moabs to Solomons, and I love my Merrills. They were very, very good, but the Solomons just like bumped me up just a little bit.
So I recently finally destroyed my Solomons after I think having them for 4 years, and we got Loa in to the shop. And I've heard very good things about Loa, so I wanted to try them out. I've been wearing my Loas. I have 2 different pairs. I've been swapping them probably every day. And I actually think they're more comfortable just because I have wider feet, and the toe box is a little bit more open than the Solomons. That's the only thing I've noticed really out of comfort, but they're really rugged. Now I haven't had them all for 4 years, so Solomon's winning there.
Well,
yeah, Solomons are crazy good.
You can't tell if a boot. It's just tale of time.
You say that? Tail.
Tale of time. Tale of time. But it's actually tell of time.
Is it a tell?
Well, tell of time. It's the time.
Yeah, time will tell.
I'm gonna fight you on camera. I hate you. I hate you.
No, I love my Loas, but Solomons are also really awesome. Zero shoes are also cool, but they don't have enough support for rocky areas, but they're really good for like foresty areas.
Interesting.
I've been trying out a lot of different kit lately. Oh, he did something. I guess maybe.
What is this?
Is this Amp Terry's gun?
No, it's Hipex.
It's Hipex Terry's?
It's Hipex Terry.
Is it Hipex Terry?
Terry just wanted us to show this gun.
The
It has a
sweeper.
Raptor charging. No, so this is the Monk Ball collaboration, and I assume he added the green barrel.
So he had the great Terry, come in and talk about it. I mean,
I mean, if you want to,
Terry actually wrote up the design.
yeah, I was going to get there.
Really well.
I put the Mac 5-inch carbon fiber green in there. I got lucky and found a green fusion engine.
Yeah.
The Max, the MP, I believe that is
The blue one? Yeah,
the blue one,
M4P.
an edgy 141
Stainless steel or brass?
stainless steel.
Yeah.
And then a Maple Leaf Super Macron. And then I didn't put an Omega nub in it. I might throw an Omega nub in it, and then I have to do the Ambi.
This M-Lock?
No, those are not. But the top where the sight is M-Lock.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
I just realized that you do have to buy your own rail segment if you want a rail segment on there.
What attaches them?
So not here, but like up here. So like they
You
only
take the sight.
Oh,
away.
you can only put
Side.
something there.
you can only put something.
No.
That's where I think I messed up a little bit when like designing the cuts, because I probably should have put one down here maybe for like a grip. But most people,
I mean, honestly,
Lamp.
you're not gonna run a grip on this.
Yeah.
You want a flashlight on top.
that's what
That makes sense. I agree.
Yeah.
I thought if these were M-Locks, these cuts, that would be kind of neat. But it looks really good. Are these Cerakote splatters?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So like even for the charging handle, I can't really like put a spring in it because where the screw hole is, it's so covered in like all the coating and everything that the threads aren't there.
Yeah, I get it. And it comes with the max release,
Yeah,
right?
it comes with the max
That's
release.
cool.
But
And it wouldn't be complete without a freaking stubby stock.
no, it wouldn't be complete without an IGL.
Oh, it has an IGL in it.
Yeah, it's a custom one.
But
Yeah.
No, I know. I was gonna put the like the Mac metal stock on there, but we don't have green of that, and then we didn't have any like black Euro grips or anything.
Okay.
We had like the metal ones, but
Well, I know we have some of
to
the,
go with the like the metal ones or whatever.
and we have the Wolverine ones, but I think those only work with MTWs,
Yeah,
right?
they have to work with the lower of the real M4. Like the style of it.
Yeah.
Because it's that. So
Cool.
I just got done with it and it shoots.
You need a hollow sun on there.
I am not putting this right
You need
Eric said to put an L can on it.
I don't think any site would look correct.
You know, a flashlight. And
No, you need the most basic like red dot sight that has those multi reticles.
Oh,
that you can
the-
see. That's the only one.
Star reflex.
Yeah, that's the only one you can put on there.
Not even doing the stubby stock and then wiring the FCU to the grip and then just like the front back. So it kind of like the Heritage Linux.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, if you did the tank off the bottom.
Yeah.
But it is very cool. Is it only green?
There's the black and green splatter, then there's the green and black splatter.
Yeah, it's inverted.
Yeah, inverted. Then we have purple, red, and I don't know if there's a solid green one.
Nonetheless,
Yeah,
very cool toy gun.
but it looks good. I figured I'd just
Now there's
put it
BBs in my room. Very cool. If you want a body like this,
Check out the website.
matter of fact, we sell them.
Support the homies.
So very, very cool. Very lightweight, obviously. I mean, you can see through the gun, and like 80% of its, 80%
Oh, wow.
of its space.
It's actually more back heavy
Yeah.
than anything, which is hilarious because it's still an M4. That's actually really funny because it kind of feels like Metaphor actually.
Yeah. But it looks really good, especially like how the one window cut is, and then it shows like the amp Airsoft.
No, I really like that. And then right underneath it is like this weird. I don't know who would like that design or anything like that. No, this is Terry's little logo. But
Yeah, I got that one. So I think that's gonna be-
no, that's cool. Is it shooting good? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
I
mean,
think I'm gonna.
you built it, so
I
I'm
tried-
questioning.
Yeah, I tried to see what it would do without Mega Nub, but I'll probably throw an Omega Nub on it.
No, it wouldn't hurt it.
I just wanted to see how it'd shoot before I started doing whatever. But then I also need to grab an ambi selector cover.
Oh yeah.
So
One of our
it
3D
doesn't
printed
really
ones.
matter because it's going to be indoors for the most part. I'm not
Still,
going to use it outside.
It's like if it's 99% done, you might as well take it to 100%.
Yeah, looks good, shoots good.
Cool. 10 out of 10. Toy gun. But seriously, if you like this design, go check them out. Monk Custom Bodies. Exclusively at Amped Airsoft.
Yep.
And what would you call this green?
Oh, like a chalky neon green.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It's like the finish is obviously like a matte finish.
Yeah.
It's not like glossy or metallic or anything like that. The only thing metallic is the little stitch face, like little print.
Yeah, but like the neon green on here, I don't know.
I would
It's
say the green from our lines is pretty close.
Yeah.
To that.
So a neon green.
yeah.
All right. There's some. I don't want to butcher. Gray bush ass. I just wasn't sure.
Okay.
So I wanted to answer that while we were on the topic. So
All right, cool. Thanks, Terry.
You're welcome.
thanks
You
for
guys
showing
wanna
us
keep
your
it there
toy
for
gun.
the thing, or...
Yeah, we can keep it here.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Bye, y'all.
Can you read?
Yeah.
Can you read? nines, that's a much shorter barrel, you should be getting 1.5 joules. Let's say on the high end of PSI, 100 to 110 should be 1.5 joules out of a carbine length barrel with a Kythera, I would say. So if you're not getting that, I would definitely take a look at it and see what's going on. It sounds like you're having some type of air seal issue, whether that's internal to the Kythera, you might have some debris in there, or it's between the nozzle and the bucking. If you want some more help with that, send us some videos.
See, it's transmitting
How
now.
are we doing with sound now? Show in the comments. Sorry again, guys.
Maybe we'll just... I don't know why it's being like that. Is it just not charging fast enough to stay alive? It's weird. It should. I'll just keep an eye on that blue light.
Yeah.
So
Okay. But back to
this. This is a very interesting. Well, Dusty says, "I'm coming to steal as much as I can of little to no value at Bolt Bash. As long as you're here, I
Yeah.
don't care what you steal."
trying to figure out that hotel situation for you, dude.
Disassembly in an MSW style or gun gamers' environment is a big thing for companies to think. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of companies, I will say in their defense, they're not built in that environment. So they're not designed to be disassembled in a different environment of which they're manufactured. In my head.
Yeah.
And I think, I think like that, I don't know how, I'm trying to find words. It's like in my head, I can see what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not in a company's like best interest for longevity sometimes to manufacture something that comes apart super minimally.
Yeah.
Because it creates, like for instance, if three things are held together by one pin, if that pin wears out, now the gun's practically
Or you
useless.
can't. I think my big concern with the pin, and I've had this problem.
I'm not even referring to the LC, the E&L pin.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
A pin in general.
an example.
Okay. Yeah.
But if three different components are held together individually,
Mm-hmm.
the longevity of the rifle or whatever is longer.
Yeah.
There's only stress on
One piece.
one piece
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
So that's my mental pros and cons, obviously. Of each,
Yeah.
but that's how I look at it.
I would actually agree with comments in that.
And I don't disagree.
No. I know you don't disagree. I think there's two ways of looking at it, especially with proprietary part pin. And I'm talking about the hinges on stuff. I'm talking about floral pins, which aren't really proprietary anymore if you get into M4s, but they used to be. Proprietary part that's very hard to find if you can't find it when you're trying to disassemble something, like it's eaten by your couch if you are, or like it just goes into the abyss of the floor. And you can't find something later, and it is proprietary. If you're going to make a proprietary part and that is for ruggedness or ease of takedown, make sure you also have a way of getting customers or a replacement for a proprietary part.
That's very valid.
Versus the grub screw stuff, that's
Readily available.
readily available. Go down to Ace, and you can probably find one. Go to any hardware store, you can find any grub screw that you need for that size.
Right.
So it's just a. I think it's a. I don't think it's a less rugged design, and I don't think that if you're at an MSW, you can't find like a notepad or something, or even a
Water
frickin'
bottle cap
or something, and just be like, okay, grub screw 1. Okay, grub screw 2. Oh, it falls off, but there are 2 grub screws there to hold it in place. If you get one back on, you're probably
You
going
would
to be
be
good for
fine.
the rest of the event. Plus, if you're on MSW, screw all of that. Just have some duct tape.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, actually,
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it would probably hold.
it
It
would.
wouldn't be amazing, but it would hold.
It would get you through to the end of the event, especially gun gamers. It's 12 hours. You're not even going to worry about that.
Which one would you rather step on with all your might, E&L or LCT?
Honestly, they're both really rugged.
And they're both going to fail right here.
Yep.
That pin that holds the stock on. I mean, Instagram can't see it. This button right here would fail on both of them.
Yep.
If it was leaned up and if you especially are going this way,
No.
come to the bolt bash.
Well, bash you going down for a second.
I'll bring it back up. But yeah, if you stepped on either of these, it would break right here, 100%.
If I had to step on one of them, they would both do the same thing, because honestly, both of the metal, the stamped receivers that they use aren't made out of pot metal for their higher end ones. Now, if we stepped on a SEMA would break, but probably on the plastic, and then the metal would break before an LCT or an E&L. But they're both very hard metals that they actually stamp. Like, they have the actual stamping process and everything.
Yeah.
And it's actually good metal they use. It's not like hot metal that's used in like a gearbox or something.
I would be more comfortable running the guns over with a car than stepping on them like elevated or like at an angle.
Oh yeah.
Like if it was laid flat on the ground, I'd run either of them over with a car.
Yeah.
And be like 100% confident that they would work.
Yeah.
But it's that leverage point of AKs.
Oh yeah,
stocks.
especially the stock.
The stocks, that's their Achilles heel. I like LCT over Enel for teardown. Thank you. Oops, I appreciate it. What mics are you using for the YouTube side? They are wireless. Where are we here? Kusma. They were a cheaper lav mic. I wanted to just try to see how much use I could get out of the useless lav mic before I invested in something really expensive.
Yeah.
If money is not an issue, what's the best HP engine to build a gun around?
If money's not an issue, then it would be probably. If money's not an issue, then I would say an F2 because of the modularity, the tunability, and everything.
Go buy an MTW too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. So when you say build around, I would either tell you to get. I would tell you to get something that's a cylinder style unit, and what I mean by that, it replaces the cylinder and compression system of a gearbox, and not something that is, like a fusion engine. A fusion engine is designed to fit in an M4 body. It's not going to fit in every single thing, whereas a cylinder style HPA unit is going to fit into anything that uses a cylinder, whether it's an offset nozzle or a centerline nozzle, which basically eliminates any other style of unit that comes in a gearbox format. So like the mechanical mancraft that we use would be eliminated from that. I would then go with either, an F2 if money's not an option because you have the most tunability out of it. But if you're looking also for simplicity, then I would tell you to just go grab an Inferno because the Inferno has a much more simplified user interface that I think a lot of people like over the crazy amount of tunability that Polar Star gives you with a digital interface.
Some people love it, some people just don't. It's too confusing.
I think it's preference. And if you want a Polar Star unit that's a little bit more simple, and because you don't want to go with a Wolverine product, just grab a jack then. Yeah. But if I'm going to be honest, I would tell you to probably grab an F2 if money's not an option.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Just picked up an LCT AK-105. What HPA engine do you recommend? Jack or Inferno or a different one? So this kind of plays off of what Tom was saying and what I said earlier about my most recent build.
Yeah.
The Mancraft mechanical, what is it? It's called
the PDI.
Yeah, it's called another brand.
Yeah.
Thank you. The Mancraft PDI is a full CNC version 3 gearbox with the HP engine pre-installed. And all you need to do is put your trigger in and your motor cage.
Yeah.
So theoretically, if you delicately take apart your gearbox, your stock one, you'll still have all the components to convert it back to an AEG if you ever wanted to. But you probably won't ever want to after using this engine. Install was super easy. Nozzle alignment landed pretty dead center.
Yeah.
Not guaranteeing that'll happen. But if you want a semi-lost mechanical engine, that's the only drawback.
Yes.
It's only a $280 engine. So realistically, in my opinion, the performance is mind-boggling for the price.
To add into that, what I would say is if you're going for an AK build, I would almost push people to go that route for an AK build. If you're doing a 105 or 104, something that is a rifleman that you're probably just going to be forced into semi at most games.
Yeah.
And the ruggedness of a mechanical system, no batteries to worry about. You get more benefits at an outdoor event that you're going to be at for a long period of time with a mechanical system versus an electronic one.
Yeah.
This is me coming from using a electronic unit in my VSS, and I switched over to this exact system. PDIK.
Thank you.
To go to be a DMR at Milsim West because it's rugged, because it puts out a lot of air volume.
The efficiency is not bad either.
It's not bad, but
It's really not bad at all.
you can put it to a higher pressure, and if you're not focusing on how high you put your PSI, you can run out of air faster. You just have to keep in mind of that.
Yeah. But if not, I mean,
yeah,
you'd be very happy with the Jack or Inferno.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're trying to do an AK build, like an AK build, and you want it to be HPA, either go straight mechanical and just do a Mancraft, or I would say an N7, a Milsim. That would be the other one I would go with if you're doing that. If you're trying because you want tunability and you're trying to fine tune things, you're trying to go for that absolute height of tunability, then I would do the F2. And if you're trying to do something electronic and simple, I would do the Wolverine.
There you go.
Inferno. Sorry, Wolverine Inferno. Because I have multiple units.
Wes, when you're up this weekend, I'll show you the setup we use for wireless mics. I used to have the same issues you're having right now. I would love that. I love information.
Jordan, you are saying thank you.
God send. I'm getting a UGS stock and want to pair it with an N7. Is it plug and play or do I need anything with it?
Which I'm assuming UGS, you're putting it on an M4. Dependent on the body you have, the brand you have, you're going to need most likely a Type 2 UGS. And it is, the UGS is literally air and a regulator, and then you have to hook a line to it. And it's the same as having a remote system. It's just now on your gun. So it is compatible with the N7, if that's the base question here. Plug and play, you do have to do some custom cutting to the macro line that comes with any engine that you're trying to pair it with to fit onto the barb fitting that the UGS comes with. So you're going to have to cut it flat, and then you're going to have to push the barb fitting onto the now cut macro line and then run it to the UGS. It's not the hardest thing to do, but measure twice, cut once. Because if it's too short, you're going to have to get more macro line and try and redo it. If it's too long, you could have it kink and then it not fit properly. You do have a very small window of movement there.
Tolerances are tight.
Yeah,
let's just say that.
Yeah, that's the base thing. And the only other thing you have to do is you have to cut the back of your gearbox apart so that the airline can run properly.
Now our Instagram video is paused. Oh. You good? All right, we're back.
Okay.
Let's look. Okay. The iPhone was like, oh, low battery. Let's pause the video.
Oh, great.
Holy
Thanks for that iPhone. Basically, yes, they go together. Very simple as all the engines do. But again, measure twice, cut once with that airline. And then also you're going to have to cut the back of your gearbox apart and make sure you don't cut through the pinhole, the body pinhole for the receiver. That's pretty much it. I think there's a few videos out there on how to do the UGS install. They're pretty self-explanatory, but watch a few of those videos before you do it. If you don't cut it right, you are going to have to go out and buy a new macro line. That's kind of just a pain to do. Mm-hmm. We can help you out with that, but try to not have that happen.
Going back to the AK, all right, we'll do the Inferno. I already have an MPW with an Inferno and happy with it, but I thought I would do a Jack to try something for Polar Star. They're both very good engines.
They're very good, yes.
If you're already familiar with the tunability of an Inferno, though, like probably best to stay in like that. The knowledge is transferable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's also transferable to a Jack as well, but you're using a different tuning system. And if you're really up to learn something new and like just know more and like widen your knowledge, they're both going to perform extremely well.
They're both single solenoid systems at the end of the day.
So, but if you're already cool with Wolverine, I'm a huge brand loyalty person. That's why I build is LCTs.
Yeah.
I have no beef with any other company. I just like LCTs. It's like just a mental thing. So I completely understand just wanting to get an Inferno if you have an MPW, stick with that comfort of
or be a Giga Chad and know more than your friends. Or that.
Either way. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. And then as well, what mid caps do you guys recommend for the LCT 105, preferably 100 rounds and Bakelite style?
That's you.
So if you're running an LCT, Godspeed. I hate mags for AKs. They're the worst part of the gun, but Bakelite style is kind of annoying because the only ones that I know of off the top of my head, Magbrand and LCT. And then there are guys who convert real Bakelite mags for airsoft guns, but you're going to pay an arm and a leg for those. If you really want Bakelite and you have an LCT, I'd probably just buy LCT mags. The only downside with LCT mags is that the hook on the front of your mag, like right here, this is BBB, so a bad example, but the latch system on your mags are very fragile, and over time they'll crack and break.
Yeah, I didn't have to buy him any new mags.
Tom broke 4 of my mags in 30 seconds. He literally had my he had my SEMA.
I had the SEMA with the
and
LCT
he
mag.
grabbed all my LCT mags, and literally in front of me was like, mag, pop, and broke it, and was like, boom, broke another one. It looked on purpose. It just started breaking my mags apart. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, keep breaking.
I bought you new one.
And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, the mags keep breaking. I'm like, yeah, it was SEMA. Like, it was hilarious. But anyway, the other thing you can do, this takes a boatload of time, is you can take the PTS 8K mag.
Oh God, yeah.
And I want to do a video on that too.
Yeah, it's just a melting.
You don't melt it. There's no melting. Just use a Dremel.
Oh, I use the belt sander.
No, you don't use belt sander.
Yeah, that's what it had melted.
Yeah. So Eric, I agree, and I was going to get there with the Arcturus mags. I will cross that bridge. The PTS mags feed great. I mean, they're very, very nice mags. Yeah. I hate how they look. Personal preference. Nothing against the performance. It's just I agree. Just like how you were saying you want Bakelite.
Yeah.
If you take a Dremel, you can actually Dremel off the
grid,
the waffle looking design, and then paint them. And you pretty much sand them smooth and paint them how you would, or you could even paint them like Bakelite.
Yeah.
If you're artistic, that takes a lot of time, and if you lose one, it's very frustrating because you put time into those mags. The Arcturus mags are fantastic. I will attest. They shoot, or they feed extremely well. The build construction is amazing. The only reason I didn't bring them up instantly, Eric is always right, except it. Okay, Vic. The reason I didn't bring it up is because this particular instance, we were trying to acquire Bakelite mags,
which I actually would say the PTS would be a better option in that case than,
because the Arcturus mags, to my knowledge, are only in black.
Yes, they're only like the black metal style.
No, they're plastic. You can get.
Yeah, but aren't they styled after the?
No, they're 105 style. They're just not Bakelite.
Yeah, but the PTS, like he said,
I'd go with LCT. Personal. Lock it in. Lock my answer.
I would go. Honestly, I would go with PTS. I really like how the performance at the end of the day. If you have mags that don't feed it, is one of the most infuriating things on the planet, because you're second guessing if it's somewhere else in the system and not just the magazine. And when it comes down to it with AKs, oftentimes it's the magazine being the problem. So I would go with PTS because they feed one of the best. The Arcturus are also one of the best as well, but I would go with PTS because if you wanted to go down the path of trying to take them out of that clear body, if you can, and put them into a Bakelite system, you can. It's a little bit more daunting, but your guts are very, very good.
Okay, Eric has informed me they make Bakelite paint, so technically any magazine is fine. So our entire spiel is just...
All right, so get the Arcturus because you don't have to Dremel anything and then paint them Bakelite.
Yeah,
there you go. All right, end of discussion.
End of discussion.
Yeah. All right. Answer locked.
Answer locked. I do actually like LCT mags.
Yeah.
I still enjoy them. They'll feed 4H. They'll feed anything. So. Don't worry about that. Has this died?
I mean, my battery's good.
Yeah, mine's dead.
I guess you get to hear me talk, YouTube.
And it's probably picking me up too.
Oh, probably. These mics are actually fairly decent.
My people just run M4s. AK electric hard. M4s have a lot of feeding problems too. I don't want to hear it. No, they don't. Yeah, they do.
Not in the same way.
Not in the same way.
You could probably run 5 different brands of mags and 1 brand of M4.
All right, you know what? Let's put it to the test. I'm curious.
Just go look at the Gun Gamers video.
I don't know, Eric. I don't know if I trust your data. That was a very good video.
That was Eric's video was like one of the most comprehensive.
Very good video.
The M4 one's a little outdated because I think it was before the EPM1 came out. But yeah, no, that video was basically like, yeah, there's really a lot of good M4 magazines.
There are a lot.
There are a lot of
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
M4 magazines.
I think it's more gun dependent than mag
Yeah,
dependent. I
yeah.
think every magazine on the market can feed. There's not a mag that doesn't push BBs out of the mag.
Yeah, but can it feed?
But my point being is, it is gun dependent whether they will accept that.
Yeah, but some of them are also weight dependent too. Those are the ones that I have a problem with. Like, you should, if you have a magazine, it should be able to feed like any weight BB you put into it. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like if we're going that direction and we're trying to get the most out of any of our builds, heavyweights definitely are a giant factor in performance, and I should be able to run 4.8 in my AK.
I can run 4.8 for all the AK mags. The mag brands might struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
But while you can run 5+ different M4 mags and one M4 AAG, if you don't have your hop up properly installed in the line, you'll be putting tape and filtering your mag wall like it's 2012 again.
That's true.
This is facts. And Vic, I'm gonna counter this statement. AK has hop ups that's screwed in place, so the M4 has hop ups that can have some movement. It's easier to fix M4 wobble versus AK. When have you ever wanted wobble in your hop up unit? When do you want your hop up to be able to move? You don't.
No, I mean, if you want to tune for feeding problems or anything, and you're trying to do like an HPA build, it's actually, in my opinion, I do like that it is easier to manipulate a M4 hop up back and forth by a very fine amount for HPA installation reasons.
But fun fact, when you are putting your AK back together,
Yes.
if you leave your two front-end screws,
Yes, I know. I know exactly what you're
insert the
saying.
magazine, it'll line up everything you want perfectly, tighten down those two screws, and you have perfect hop up placement that cannot move.
How does this turn into an M4 versus AK?
It's always been that. It's always a debate. Yes, the hop movement has caused jamming in my Scar H.
So, Scar H is very awesome, actually, because there is a grub screw that you can tighten down.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay, so first gun I ever had was Scar. Not mine, but Eric's. But with Scar H's and Scar L's, VFC spec ones, I'm going to say, not the TM recoil shock that's above me. There is a grub screw that you can tighten down that actually holds the hop up within the range that it's supposed to go back and forth. And you can tighten that down to set it in place if you don't want it to move back and forth. Or the way I like to do it is just use a bunch of O-rings so that you do have just a little bit of a cushion and that you get a really good pressure on the gearbox when you're putting it in place because of the long nozzle. I feel like it's safer.
O-rings are really cool.
Yeah.
I think they do their job really well. I just think it's funny when you have this many O-rings on your barrel.
Dude, if I have like, there's some builds I've got, yeah, I've had to do that.
That's insanity. I just
the space. You gotta fill that space, man. You sometimes need longer.
The Elite Force M4 mags are still one of the best mags. The new PTS mags are nice. Also with the upgraded followers. I will say the Elite Force mid caps are the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
The PTS mags are just like they've just refined the M4 mid caps.
Yeah, I would say the
I love the Elite Force mid caps are what I like bought with my first G&G.
Oh yeah, no, the Elite Force mid caps.
Needed Velcro it because they wouldn't feed.
No, they wouldn't.
Or K120s. K120s wouldn't feed in anything other than a KWA gun back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were the nicest mags.
They were like
20s,
before EPMs came out, and honestly Crytek mags too. Crytek mid caps are really good. But yeah, no, just get some, like when we were first getting into it, it was like, yeah, grab some Elite Force mags. Oh, it doesn't work, go buy a new one. It's $8. Like go grab a different one.
I lost on that.
Oh no.
But dude, losing like an EPM 1?
Oh yeah, I've lost $37.
Darn. Put a freaking air tag on the
Yeah.
mag. Vic asks, how have you fixed AK mag wobble, Wesley? First off, why are you using my phone?
Thank you, Vic.
Honestly, I don't have mag wobbles. Like when I use LCT mags in my LCT, they don't wobble.
So when
It's like
with the SEMA, because I get mag wobble with the SEMA, or over I can push too far into the mag well. The LCT plate that they sell separately fits pretty well into most SEMA bodies, like the plate that you push up
I know what
onto.
the plate is.
Yeah.
I just never put it in.
Yeah, that's how I fixed a lot of it, and then shims off of that plate, on or off of that plate.
You can actually remove your.
Mag catch.
I mean, is that actually?
Yeah, it's a mag
your
catch.
mag catch. I just got so in a bad spot. You can see it though. If you actually take this off, punch the pin out, and take off the actual piece of metal,
Oh yeah.
latches into your latch at the back of the magazine. You can put it like on a vise or like an anvil.
Yeah.
And like tap it and make and extend the metal. You'll flatten it and make it
Yep.
taller. And then what that does is that'll push the magazine in an upward angle and keep your magazine light.
I just hate putting that thing back in.
Pay to play with it.
Yeah, no, he's right. That's actually a really good way of doing it. It's just
It's permanent too. It doesn't. It's not
Yeah.
like a Velcro fell off.
that's true. That's very true. I hate that spring.
Oh, I
That
mean,
spring is a pain in the butt to put back in.
yeah, springs like that though. Yeah, so I get it.
Guys, we got 1 minute left, so
Instagram's probably going to kick us off. So this weekend, lots of events. Bolt Bash. Check the Facebook page out, please. Come join us on the 14th. Come join us at 3 events this weekend. Obviously, you can't be at all of them, but check our event page on the website and see us this weekend. So
EA Fest, KWA Wildlands, and then Yellow Dog. Go to any one of those. Say hi to us. Hang out with us. Have some great time.
and we will see you guys every Wednesday, 1 o'clock. For the lunchtime hour.
Thank you so much, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
After the end of this episode,
Where's our cameraman?
he's sick.
Why is he sick?
Well, YouTube gets a few extra.
Hi, YouTube.
And
And bye, YouTube.
bye, YouTube.